Hi, in previous videos I have recorded a few videos about my book To Soul, Home and Back, and I've read chapters both about my own Life Between Life session, which I share about in my book, and also a few chapters about a surgeon who did 3 Life Between Life sessions with me during the years 2014 and 15. And today I will continue to read about the surgeon. In the last video I read about him dying in a past life as a soldier Ray in World War II, and now he died. And he continues into spirit world, and I will read the chapter Entrance to Spirit World and Beyond. And first I write, Dr. Michael Newton discovered, mapped and structured the journey of souls in the afterlife. One of his great findings was a consistency in what his 7,000 clients told him about their journey after death. During my years as an LBL facilitator here in Sweden, I have heard many clients prove this consistency to be true. We will now continue to follow Ray after his death on the battlefield and ascension from his body and entry into the afterlife. So now the surgeon has already been deeply regressed, hypnotized for 2 or 3 hours already, so he's in deep relaxation now, and I ask him, can you tell me what you experience now, Ray? And I call him Ray because that's what I usually do when a past life personality has just died, and I call him that name then. And the surgeon answers from his personality Ray, who just died. I cannot say exactly what I experience. It feels like there is a very bright light. Yes, it is such a bright light, a force that receives me. The picture I see now is like in the Fellowship of the Ring. It reminds me of the woman there who is an elf. This feeling is similar, but it is not her that I see. Sounds wonderful. Please carry on. A feminine force it surely is, a princess that has come to greet and welcome me back. The feeling is like a garden, but it is not a garden, because there are no trees, but still there are trees. But I'm not sad, I'm just happy. Is the feminine force familiar to you? I ask him then. Yes, there is a sense of recognition. I see a picture of a hand. The hand is on my cheek, and this is symbolic. But it is not the feeling of a mother taking care of her son, but more like, not lovers, but as very, very dear friends who meet. Does she have any particular color, in a way, that you can sense? The whole thing is in purple or blue somehow. Would you like to tell me the name of your dear old sweet elf-like friend? Her name is Avron. She just said thank you in a strong voice. Why do you think she is thanking you? Because I took on this thing and went down, because the feeling is that I did not only have to learn a lot, I also knew I would descend to do this because I knew it so well. I know how to be a soldier, I can kill. Okay, so you can kill, and now as surgeon you know how to save lives, right? This one can turn around, and maybe I did, but the feeling she conveys was to thank me because I descended and did my job, and he laughs out loud, saying that. I'm just so happy to be back, he says. The next chapter is called Names of Souls and Guides. in a lot of cases, the clients meet their guide at the stage of their life between life journey when they have crossed over from a death in past life. In certain other cases, the guide shows up later along the way. The surgeon meets his beautiful soul friend Avron and not his guide after his death as Ray. He is quite surprised when he tells me that his soul name is Vairi and the name of his soul friend is Avron. And I ask then the surgeon, continue the dialogue. Do you recognize the elf-like figure you just met? It feels like we are the same. Is she a kind of soulmate? No. Actually, she's a little more advanced than me. What is she like? Do you recognize her? Could it be Kay? And I ask, who is Kay? And he said the name, but of course I couldn't reveal the name. So we called her Kay. Yes, I do know. It is someone as the surgeon knows. Yes, and then he seems deeply focused. It is an old friend that I have always felt very close to, but I do not know. I do not dare to answer. Would you like to describe her so I can understand what she looks like? She's soft and very feminine and so wise. It is like talking to someone you can discuss anything with. We know each other so well, so well. What does she call you where you are now? What is your soul name? It's Vairi. How strange. Well, you can talk about anything, you said. What will you talk about with Auron now, Vairi? We talk a lot about the meaning of descending or not to a life on earth. Do you know if Auron still incarnates or if she does not? It feels as if she does, occasionally. He's so happy to meet her. And then I will continue to read a chapter called A Healing Shower. And I have here a quote from Dr. Michael Newton from his book Journey of Souls. And he writes like this: when a soul once again returns to a pure energy state in the spirit world, it no longer feels hate, anger, envy, jealousy, and the like. It has come to earth to experience these sorts of emotions and learn from them. Yes, truly. And I continue to read then my chapter here. When the client enters the spirit world after the gate of death and meets his guide or another entity in a soul state, they are often first taken to a place of restoration. Especially after the death of a hard life, that the extra need for recovery and restoration for the soul seems necessary. Dr. Newton writes that in many cases there is an experience of having a healing shower. The recovery after a past life death is in most cases also a very healing experience for the present body of the client lying on my couch. From what the clients tell me, the restoration of energy after a life lived is very pleasant. My own experience from my first life between life session in this phase of my soul journey was that I saw a small building that looked like a holy Asian pagoda. It's a small temple. I just knew that in there my total soul energy was kept and stored. My guide who met me when I returned to the spirit world invited me to step into the pagoda to revitalize. I did not hesitate to enter. Once inside the pagoda, it was like standing in a pillar of white light. A strong feeling of cleansing, healing, recovery, and restoration came over me all at the same time. It was wonderful, truly. Some clients tell me that their soul group meets them when they return, there is often a feeling of celebration and joy after a life lived. I often hear them tell me about the unconditional acceptance and love that radiates from their loved ones who welcome them back after a life. The surgeon says that he does not have a strong need for recovery and restoration after his short life as Ray. Dr. Newton describes that some souls decide to incarnate for a certain mission rather than for personal development. Here is what the surgeon says about this. So, okay, now the dialogue is again with the surgeon. And I ask him, how do you feel? Are you tired? He says, a little, not very tired. It feels like I was restored as soon as I came back, actually. Then that symbolic tap on the cheek from Avron, and I feel just well again. Can you tell me the reason why you seem to recover so fast? I'm not bound to my body. Some souls are not. I'm in a body occasionally, and I have just been with Ray for a while. Do I draw the right conclusion here, wondering if you have incarnated many times, so you have practiced often to die, so to speak? Far too many times. I do not want to be, but I have done it a lot of times, many, many times. And he again laughs out loud. I'm just very happy to be here now, he says then. Yeah. So that was the end of my video today. I will continue to read more about the surgeon, my client, and I hope you will continue to listen to my videos, and if there's anything you'd like to comment on or maybe follow my YouTube channel, you are so welcome to do. It's free, of course. And if you want to contact me personally, please do it on email or call me. And you will find my email address and telephone number on my website, which is ritaborenstein.si. And you can just Google Rita Borenstein Sweden and you will, or Rita Borenstein Life Between Life, and you will find me easily, I believe. Okay, so thank you for today, and I hope to see you soon again. Have a nice continuation of the day. Bye-bye.